We have a 32X on the table that we're going to go ahead and test out first to see what's going on with it, and then open it up and change some capacitors on it. So let's go ahead and see if it boots up or what it's doing. Okay, let's double check the Sega and just see if the Sega is working properly before I even try the 32X, just to make sure that the base is working properly. And we do have an ever drive pretty much, so let's see if this boots up. So that looks like it boots up. Okay. Oh yeah, the Dark Knight. Oh, this is the Batman and Robin one. This is not the Super Nintendo one I was thinking about. Still a good one. Alright, so we know the Sega is working. So now we gotta go with the game, or the 32X, and see if we can get it to work. So I'm just gonna do a simple clean of the 32X with some isopropyl alcohol. Clean maybe some of these ground contacts. See if I can at least get it to boot up. It's a little dusty. That is not clean. Not sure if that makes a difference. All right, let's put it back together. Let's see what we got. I believe I'm also doing this right. There's so many cables when it comes to all the adapters for the Sega. It's kind of ridiculous, but we got that, and then power. I believe we're good, so let's try it again. I mean, the red light's on here. I don't, there's no indicator on the 32X if it's on or off or powered or not powered. So let's take the game out, clean it off as well, and see if we can figure out what's going on. Still nothing. Okay. So definitely the 32X is not working properly. What does that mean? I have no clue. So we could take it apart and take a look at it and see if we find anything abnormal at least, and then go from there. I have 4 screws here, 2 of them here. This thing does have voided stickers all over it. Just tell me someone took it apart at one point. So someone's been in here. So hopefully now it could just be some capacitors not working properly, but to be honest, I don't have experience working on 32Xs very much, so we're just going to take it apart and see if we visually see anything that looks wrong or bad, like capacitors being bulged or traces that have rusted. Okay, a little plastic case. I do feel a screw spot. I don't know if I need to take that off or not. There we go. There are a couple screws on the metal plate. Take those off. Now, the problem I'm also thinking is I have no clue if that game works or not either. Rampage on the 32X, like, we don't know if this is the problem as well. Maybe there's something going on with this that's not loading. I don't know if it's the 32X, so, and I don't have another 32X or a game to even test it, so we're just going to take a visual inspection of this. And of course, we always hope there's just something popping out at us. If not, then we're kind of guessing, right? We have no clue. All right, so we're in here right now. Let's get a visual inspection. They're definitely, don't know if it's original or not, but it's definitely a wire with a resistor going to 2 pins on here. Don't know if that's original or not. Looks like it goes to this board. To the back of it. I'm not sure. That might be this board right here that connects to the 32X. I'm not seeing any resistors on here that would warrant a replacement right now. No bulges, no indication of liquid damage. Another one of those modifications, this wire that's just jumping from here to the main contact right here. I don't know if that's ground or not. It's kind of weird that these wires are even on here. So it's ground. Okay. So that's ground. This is not. This is some type of power that goes to something, but it's contacting two different legs on here. I don't know if that's supposed to be there or not. His wires just jumper to this connector piece that goes to the system itself. I guess we can check voltage first to make sure it's actually getting voltage. Plug her in, see what's going on. I'm gonna have to take this more apart. Well, this is power. This is power going from this board to this board. So if power is coming into it, it should be going out. I would assume. One volt? That can't be right. Let's try this power. All right, I'm not calculating voltage. At all. Plug the original one back in, see if I can get anything coming in. Nothing. No power whatsoever. Sega power supply. This should be DC 0.85 amps, 15 watts, 120 volts. Well, there definitely should be power. We know there's power because the Sega system uses the same power in the Model 2, so we know that there's power in here. We can also test it. Ground, positive. AC power. Huh. DC? .3 volts AC. Oh, I had to read into something. It's a little all over the place. There we go. We're getting 13 volts. Let's check this to this. Might be some resistors and stuff. I'm getting no power here. I wonder if that's supposed to come from this to the system. So they're just hardwired to the... Once we're getting voltage in here, well, I really just don't like these jumper wires. Don't know what they're doing. And I don't have a 32X to take a look at to see if it's supposed to have power, or this is supposed to like control this side for the controller chip or something. All right. Let's just do a visual inspection of the pins if this just comes out. Is this held on by anything else, or will it just come right out? These guys out of here. I wonder if this is just the bottom of a Sega. But what else is it held on to? That's the question. These screws have come off. Okay. So those screws held like this front part of this guy in here. I could get this card slot out since it's hardwired in. Oh, I guess there's some back screws as well. Since we got this board in here, let's take a look. There's some white stuff in here. Visual inspection looks fairly clean. I don't see any corrosion. Okay, will that just come out now? No? There it goes. Take the whole slot. Come on. There we go. What does this do? Just, I guess, shielding, more shielding. Interesting. Power to VCC. VCC on this board definitely has been, I would assume, finagled and touched. Let's see. Should be connected to VCC. Okay. Do we have another test point for VCC? This is 5 volts on VCC. Usually. Gosh dang, look at, there's just stuff all over the place on this thing. Oh, well, we're also missing this pin. This pin is contacting, where does this go? This goes directly to this pin on this chip. Yeah, that's connected. Ground should be just connected. Ground's connected. T10 to this point. This point. And this one's going to this test pad. This is the orange, which is going to this 2 pins. No, it's going to these 2. This one. Oh no, that's white right there. And then white is also attached to this. Okay. And orange. This is orange. Uh-oh. Orange. Okay. Orange connects to this. Well, we definitely got a problem there. Oranges. This should be connected. There is no connection on this orange wire, which goes to pin 4 and 5 on this connector piece, which, like, why would you do this? Because the way this works, right, 5 volts go in here, comes to these pads, connects to these pads, comes in here, should connect to these automatically. This is almost just a bypass for all these pins. So I don't know enough when it comes to these 32Xs and why you would even do this. I don't know if it's picture quality or clarity or just getting it to work. I don't know what this pin does, but this orange wire is definitely not. I'm just not beeping through this orange wire. So I guess I can just like do a jumper to this orange wire here, to this one. Let's see if that fixes the problem. It should just go beep. This goes to C. No, this goes to pin 4 and 5. So like, why? Unless these were not working, but this seems a little counterintuitive. It has to clean up. I don't know if this is legit from factory or not either. But I'm definitely not getting any response here through this orange wire, which is attached to this pin right here. I don't know what this pin goes to. I'm guessing it goes to ground, maybe? It's ground. That's attached to a ground. Okay. Let's try that. Let's get another wire on there. Jumper it now. This has to be like maybe image quality on this thing. So this yellow, this white wire as well is attached to 2 points. There's also another wire in here, like a ground wire. But we beeped out. I don't know why you would jumper that to these points. Okay, let's get our solder. Just grab a small strand of wire. See if I can just connect these 2 points really quick. See if we can get it to work. Get something at least. Should just be able to slide this in, slide the cartridge in. This is pinned all the way through. Has to be going on with this. Something's got to be on. There might be a break in this orange wire or something. So let's see what we got. Okay, just gonna grab my wire, solder it directly to that guy right there. There we go. Come through. This is definitely thicker gauge wire that they have in here, but as long as it connects. Okay, we're just gonna solder directly to the old wire. Now, there's no resistance or anything in between the original wire and this. Okay, so now if I beep it out, there we go. So now it's beeping out, so it's connected. Okay, let's try that. All right, it might look like it's kind of finagled in there, but it definitely, it's in there, it's powered up, it's powered on, all the power is correct. Let's go ahead and turn it on and see what we got. Okay. Yeah. Primal Rage right there. Oh, yeah. One player training. I remember playing this dude, Vertigo, like a couple, because it was easy to like spit or something. Blizzard. And he also had some range with this. Oh, I can't play with one hand. No. Okay. So what I'm going to try next is I'm going to disconnect that little cable we just put in and see if it still works. Here's a little jumper cable. Let's plug it all back in really quick. Oh, it's working. So our jumper cable didn't do anything. All right. Not exactly sure what to think right now. Our jumper cable didn't do anything. I don't remember if this was actually supposed to be working or not. I'm gonna have to double check. Leave my wire in there because I mean, even if it's really not doing anything, I still can't get continuity through this orange wire right here. So I'm just gonna connect my wire again just in case, and just leave it. There's no reason not to. Even if it was working without it, I'd rather be safe than sorry. But I'm gonna start putting this guy back together because it was working. All right, so I was looking through as well. The customer did state it was working and then it just stopped working. So we will put it back together and see what's going on. And usually, I would expect this to get taken apart a lot easier, because all you have to do is just disconnect these ribbon cables. But because they hardwired so much stuff in here, it's actually difficult to get it apart. Okay. Now we're going to lift this up, put the 2 screws down here, and the 2 screws in front. Normally you could just have this off while you're doing this. So there's absolutely no reason to have it even on. It's just getting in your way. But because they hardwired everything to it, it's actually kind of difficult to get to it. Okay. Let's try to get this to get back in here. Okay. That looks good. My wire is still connected, still going down to the other wire. Okay. Dang it. I don't think I can just shove this thing in here. We're gonna have to take those screws off again. I guess you can get the screws actually fairly easy between these access holes right there. Durr! You don't need to lift it up. Durr. Pay attention. Looky look. I'm having to take this apart again because I missed one of the shieldings in here. On this side right here. Back together. I'll take these cables off right now. Put it back on. Come off. All right, let's get this lined up. There we go. And we'll literally just put these screws back in for right now. There's no reason to leave them on. Or not leave them on. So we can leave them on unless we need to get into this board. That'll hold this together. Like so. the metal plate the correct way. There we go. There we go. Down, down, down. Wires are still connected. Come out of the way. Push those down. Push that down. I don't like how tight this power jumper cable, I'm guessing it's power, is. So we'll just hold that down there. Just put these screws in for right now, the long ones to the main board. And we can put the and then we'll figure out where that goes. Okay. Let's try 32X. Jumper. Sega power. Plugged in AV and second power. Okay. Go ahead and put primal rage back in, turn it on. And it's still pumping, still working. All right, that's working. Let me get these capacitors out and move them out of the way. Okay. We do have this EverDrive. See if we can get this guy to work. And it boots on. Select game. Gem 32. 32. Afterburner, Cosmic Carnage, Knuckles Chaotix. Let's see if that loads. Well, that's not loading. I'm not sure if those are the correct files or not. Toolbox, save device info, update 05, select game, Gen 32X. Just try Fatal. Well, it's not loading from the EverDrive. Let's see. Maybe I didn't have it seated all the way? I mean, it's loading the EverDrive. Alright, we're done with that. We're just going to put Primal Rage back in. And that's loading. So I'm not sure if this EverDrive Deluxe, I don't know if this this EverDrive is meant for 32X or not. I really don't care. Our 32X Primal Rage is working though. So that's all I care about. So let's go ahead and continue putting it back together. Okay. I don't know what this is too. This is good. Just the spacer. That doesn't make any sense. Only 2 slots this thing can go into. Unless this was on the bottom of this board. Why would it be on the bottom? Okay. I gotta figure out what the hell this is too. Definitely was looking back and it literally fell from underneath the board someplace. So I think it's underneath the board like this or something like that. So we'll go ahead and put this back in really quick. Okay. The only logical place this thing should go that makes sense, maybe a spacer or something in between the plastic and the these guys out. Right here. Something like that. Does that make sense? Let's see if that fits in. Yeah, that works. All right. So it went underneath this cartridge slot. maybe to give it some more rigidity, or it wasn't leveling out right here on the back. I don't know. Maybe just some rigidity so when you push on it, it doesn't move a whole bunch. Okay. Get all the wires out of the way again. Tucky, tuck, 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 tuck. Cable. Cable. Alright, let's put middle back on. Line everything up with the tabs. Put the screws back in. This thing's kind of awkward to work on because it has that cartridge slot at the bottom, so it doesn't really fit flat. Oh, of course. There we go. We're gonna do this. This has a metal thing, their magnet on the bottom that goes all the way through it. This one doesn't. So we're just gonna start them with this guy right here. Just making sure there's no wires in the way. Nope. We're good. Might as well just screw it in with my hands. No reason not to. This plastic's pretty easy, so it's not too hard. Okay, put the cover back on. Screws back in. Last screw. Put the spacer. All right, put the spacer. back in, plug it back in. Let's see what we got. Let's put Primal Rage back in, turn it on. And there it goes. So this is working. Not sure about the EverDrive. What's going on with that? I really don't care, because this tells me that this is working according to with the original games. I don't know how to work this, to be honest with you. I actually don't even own a 32X, and the Sega that I do own is in that box. So I haven't really messed with these too much, but that was actually pretty interesting, pretty cool to look at. Definitely has been modified. Don't know why. Never really seen one. Don't know if that's actually even designed that way and shipped out that way either, unless someone actually went through. And the only ways I can think they really did that, I don't know. I would say clean up the picture, but it really doesn't clean up the picture. It kind of, I mean, it's a 32X on a Sega, so it's, who knows. So we're going to take pictures of this working, send it to the customer, let them know. Playing this and like, I mean, come on. Talon, the Velociraptor was my favorite. I mean, why not? Velociraptors.